For those who are unfamiliar, this is the spot where we take a step back, relax, and examine what's really important, rather than just the headlines. The backstories of the real people whose public personas we assume we know. Across the country, today's tale has sparked strong emotions. Craig Melvin's wife Lindsay Charney's profoundly moving and unexpected Christmas greeting has reached millions of people. Please subscribe and enable alerts before we begin. I guarantee you will not want to miss a moment of this story's climax. A vacation the Melvins will always remember. On Christmas Eve, the Melvins normally enjoy a quiet night at home, away from the chaos of the Today Show. Craig is able to fully immerse himself in his roles as a husband, father, and man, meditating on blessings on this one night when everything appears to slow down for him. These are the hours that Lindsay values the most because of her charming personality and graceful journalism. She values the spirit of giving more than receiving during Christmas. Curling up on the couch with Sibyl and Delano, enjoying a good book under the shade of the tree, and patiently anticipating Craig's arrival on the porch. The customary footsteps, however, failed to materialize at the anticipated time this year. A noble act has gone awry. Even before he became famous, Craig maintained a long-standing habit of paying a peaceful visit to the neighborhood center. A guy came to the aid of those in need. There were no news teams or publicists involved. He welcomed volunteers with his characteristic modesty, joked, and encouraged them before getting down to the dirty work of unloading coats and Christmas dinners. The event was anticipated by all to be ordinary, perhaps even happy. However, a minor detail started to fall into place as the hours passed. The distribution process caused a conflict between two volunteers. Emotions quickly escalated from what started as a simple misunderstanding. The air was thick with tension as voices grew sharper. According to eyewitnesses, Craig led the way by walking in quietly, steadily, and rationally. The mood went from frustrated to hostile in an instant when one of the people there misunderstood his intentions and accused him of picking sides that night. A person contacted the authorities out of concern that the confrontation could escalate, and when the cops showed up, they followed all the rules. Gather statements after separating all parties involved. Despite Craig's complete compliance, he was nevertheless led outside. When an onlooker recorded the incident on their phone, the 5-minute mediation took a completely different course. The photo and its text, which completely distorted the facts, were uploaded online within minutes. A viral epidemic. The internet had already burst into flames by the time Craig returned home. Arrested was Craig Melvin. Arrest made on Christmas Eve. Where is the Today Show star now? Myths spread more rapidly than reality. Quickly, screenshots went viral. As they did so, rumors, speculation, and terror began to trump the actual events of the night. Lindsay, who was inside the Melvin home at the time, witnessed it all unfold with a mixture of shock and sadness. Everything had happened, but she was also aware of how tales have a way of getting out of hand. In the hopes that the truth would emerge on its own, the family chose to remain silent for 48 hours. That wasn't it. On the contrary, until Lindsay spoke, the quiet only served to heighten the din. At long last, she issued a statement that compassionately and clearly cut through the confusion. Our family, Craig's job, and the towns he loves have all been pillars upon which he has built his life's work. Although there was no malice in what transpired on Christmas Eve, just a case of miscommunication in a high-pressure situation, the emotional toll has been substantial. Her remarks struck a chord right away. She continued by saying that the emotional consequences had been felt at home, where Sibyl and Dono had been waiting for Craig to return to their traditional Christmas storytelling night, pajamas on and hot cocoa in hand. According to what she wrote, it broke something open in me to see our children struggle to comprehend their father's delay. This is a season all about being kind. Remembering to be compassionate also means being understanding when things don't make sense. There was more to her message than merely protection. As a family continued to move ahead, it served as a sobering reminder of how easily prominent individuals' reputations can take a nosedive and how swiftly they may get pulled into storms they never sought. Later on, additional information surfaced that corroborated Lindsay's initial claims. Simply put, it was a misunderstanding. However, it was an eventful one. It taught Craig that even good deeds might be misunderstood. As a parent, Lindsay felt compelled to share her vulnerability with the world and their children at that moment. It served as a sobering reminder that no one is immune to hardship, not even the heroes we keep close at home. But the Melvin family remained strong, connected, and honest through thick and thin. That, maybe, is the human narrative hiding behind the sensational headline.